Hello everyone, I am going to explain question 19, 20 and 21 of exercise 2.1 of class 12. So we'll start by question 19th. Question 19th is solve for x. So this equation is available to us. We have to solve this equation and we have to find out the value of x from here. So we'll start. So this equation is given to us. Now in this equation you just clearly observe the left hand side. In left hand side there are two terms. First term is of tan inverse and the second term is also of tan inverse. So you know the formula of tan inverse x plus tan inverse y, that is tan inverse bracket x plus y upon 1 minus xy. So in left hand side we will use this formula. So just see students, here we have x plus y. So this complete is our x and this complete is our y. So I wrote x plus y is formed, that is we added both these fractions, and here in down we have 1 minus xy. So I wrote here 1 minus this first fraction and then second fraction, and right hand side I kept as it is. Now after this we'll solve this. To add the fractions, you know we have to take the LCM. So when we'll take the LCM will come here, 1 bracket 1 plus 2x and bracket 4x plus 1, and here also we'll take the LCM. So you will see that LCM of numerator fraction and LCM of denominator fraction are going to be same. So that LCM will cancel each other. So only the numerators will left from the upper fraction also, and from the down fraction also only numerator will left. So what is going to be numerator here? Instead of after LCM, here will come 4x plus 1 and here will come 1 plus 2. And here after LCM, instead of 1, this complete will shift here. So students, here in next step after cancellation, in short I had cancelled the denominator LCM and I wrote only the numerator of upper fraction and numerator of the upper fraction from down also. LCM I cancel because LCM is going to be same, that's why. Now after that step we obtained this, we have to simplify this. Now here 4x plus 2x is 6x, 1 plus 1 is 2, and here just open both the brackets, so we'll get this step, and minus 1 just keep as it is. Now here you just see, here also tan inverse and here also tan inverse. Remove tan inverse. You can remove tan inverse before 2 step also, whatever you want you can. So tan inverse I removed. Now we are remained with only the polynomials. Now these polynomials we have to solve. Now down just see, 8x square I kept as it is. This 4x and 2x will get add, so I got 6x. This 1 and 1 will get remove each other because they are opposite symbol. And here in numerator I took 2 common, and here 2 upon x square I kept as it is. Now we'll here also we'll take 2x common, so that gave us this. Then just cross multiply. Students, just don't cancel this x, because if you cancel x, then because we are solving for x, so if you cancel means one value of x will get reduced. So don't cancel when you will solve for the x. Take this x till the last step. That's why don't cancel this x from denominators. Though you can cancel then also, simply just cross multiply. So when you will cross multiply, this x square will come here and this complete will go here. Now here just 2 just cancel by 2. So we got this step. Now just open both the brackets. Shift means I shifted this here, and then I took this x common, and then simply I opened the brackets. I simplified. So I got a quadratic equation. Now this quadratic equation, you know how to solve quadratic. There are many methods. I opted the splitting the middle term method, means factorization method. So I splitted the 7x as 9x and 2x, and I from here I took 3x common, from here I took 2 common, so that I can get the same brackets, and finally we obtained this x as it is. Now here also x minus 3, here also x minus 3, so I took x minus 3 common, so I wrote here x minus 3. Now what is left here? 3x, and here we are left with plus 2. So the factorization of the polynomial is x bracket x minus 3 bracket 3x plus 2 equal to 0. Now students, So we got this. Now from here there are three factors. First factor is x, second factor is x minus 3, other factor is 3x plus 2. Now product of this is 0. So among these three factors any factor can be 0. So if you assume that the first factor is 0, that will give you x equal to 0. If you assume this is 0, then that will give us x is equal to positive 3. And if you assume this as 0, then it will give us x is equal to minus 2 upon 3. So students, we achieved here three values of x, that is x is equal to 0, comma 3, then comma minus 2 upon 3. Now students, as I told initially that from denominator don't cancel x, because if we had cancelled, then we are not going to get the value of one value of x, that is 0. That's why when we have to solve for x, that time we should not cancel like this. If we can, then also we should not cancel x, because by this we are going to reduce one value of x. That's why we should carry x till last step, so that we can get all the values of x properly. I hope it's clear to you this question. Now we'll move to the next question. Next question is also of same type. We have to solve for x. Now here you just will observe properly what equation is given to us. When we observe here, you can see there are two terms in left hand side, both are of tan inverse, and one term here. Just see here we have 5 minus tan inverse 7. Now we can't do anything with this. That's why we'll do one thing. When we'll start the solution, we'll shift this tan inverse 7 also in this side. By doing this, we will observe that we have three terms of tan inverse, and you have already the formula of three terms of tan inverse, that is tan inverse x plus tan inverse y plus tan inverse z is equal to this. Now I had put the values of x, y, z from our question in this formula format. So I got here x plus y plus z, then minus x, y, z. In the same way down, 1 minus x, y minus y, z minus z x. These values I assumed as this as x, this as y, and this as z, and I use this formula to write down this step. After writing this step, you can see here is tan inverse. So this tan inverse we can shift here, so it's going to be tan pi. Now we are remained with only this polynomial. Now this polynomial we have to solve. So students, I took here the LCM. So I assumed them as one term. I took the LCM of these three terms, and here I kept this as it is, and then I took the LCM of all. So when I had done this, I obtained this step. I hope this step is clear to you. When we take the LCM is going to be x bracket x minus 1. Now this LCM will divide by x minus 1. So we will get here x, now x multiplied by numerator x plus 7. So I got this. Now here denominator is x. So this LCM will divide by x. So we will get x minus 1. Now x minus 1 multiplied by x minus 1 gave us x minus 1 square. Now there is nothing, is 1 will write down in denominator. Now when we divide the LCM by 1, we will get the same. Now the same will multiply by 7, that gave us this term. Now here the denominator is x bracket x minus 1. We divide by the same, will give us 1. So 1 multiplied by this is same. So this is the process of LCM. In denominator, don't do anything. I will tell you why we should not do anything afterwards. Now in next step, students, tan pi. Tan pi, we know that tan pi is 0. So I wrote here 0, and here I opened all the brackets. When I opened this, I used the formula of a minus b whole square, and like this I opened all the brackets. Now this denominator I wrote as it is. Now in further step, students, this denominator is in division. So when this denominator will go here, it will multiply by the 0 and its complete becomes 0. So this denominator in next step will shift here and it will become 0. So I know not here. I simply thought that it went here and it multiplied by 0 and got cancelled. So we are remained with only this fraction. This fraction is equal to 0. So just see next step. I wrote this fraction. Now here whatever are the like terms means x square, 7x square, and many x terms are also here. We'll open this further bracket. I obtained this bracket by product of x minus 1 and x plus 7. We'll simplify it. That will give us this step. This I wrote twice, so I cancelled it. By mistake I wrote this twice. Now again we will simplify the numerator, that will give us a quadratic equation. Now this again, this denominator LCM, this is we are carried from here the LCM. Now this LCM again will go with 0, will multiply by 0 and become 0. Now this will arrange in the form of quadratic equation that gave us 2x square minus 44x plus 50 will divide it by 2. So that gave us this. Now we cannot solve it by factorization. So I opted the quadratic formula. Quadratic formula is minus b plus b square minus 4ac upon 2a. So this is our a. A is 1, b is minus 22 and c is 25. So I put the value in this quadratic formula. I obtained this. Now this quadratic formula is simplified. We obtained the last. Means you can understand this. We will subtract directly and then factorize it so that we can take the term outside. Here we got 8. Now this denominator 2 will split to both the numerators and then cancel them. So we obtained here 11 plus minus 4 root 6. So that is the value of x. So there are two values of x, 11 plus 4 root 6 and 11 minus 4 root 6. Now I hope this question is clear to you. So when you will see the question, starting should be very clear to you that in this question take this minus tan inverse 7 in the left hand side and then use the formulas of tan inverse x plus tan inverse y plus tan inverse z. Then simply you know how to solve these equations, and after solving them that will give you the value of x. Now we will move to the question number 21. Question number 21 is again we have to solve for equation solve for x. The equation is sin inverse 1 upon root 5, then cot inverse x is equal to 5 upon 2. Now there is a problem. Both the trigonometric ratios are different, so we can't directly use the formula as we had used in previous question. So we'll try to convert them in same trigonometric ratios so that easily we can use the formula. So just see the solution. In the solution I tried to convert them in same trigonometric ratios. Then students, first term is sin inverse 1 upon root 5. So I thought that I should convert sin inverse 1 upon root 5 in terms of 10 because it's a cot inverse. So cot inverse easily we can write as tan inverse 1 upon x. Then anyhow if we are able to convert this also in 10, then we can use like the question number 19, tan inverse x plus tan inverse y formula. That's why I tried to convert sin inverse 1 upon root 5 as tan inverse. So this is the method to convert any trigonometric ratios to any other trigonometric ratios. It's very easy. So I started to do the conversion. For conversion, the first step is assume the trigonometric ratios as theta. Then sin just shift here, so it becomes sin theta is equal to 1 upon root 5. Now this is 10th class syllabus started. So here students, sin theta is equal to 1 upon root 5. So sin theta is the ratio perpendicular upon hypotenuse in any right angle triangle. So perpendicular is 1 and hypotenuse is root 5. So hypotenuse is root 5, perpendicular is 1. So easily you can calculate the base by Pythagoras theorem. By Pythagoras theorem, base we got as 2. Now as I told that I want to convert it in the form of tan inverse. So from this right angle triangle, I find out what is tan theta. And you know students, tan theta is perpendicular upon base. So perpendicular is 1 and base is 2. So tan theta we got as 1 upon 2. Now from here again, I want only theta. So I should shift this tan in this side. So that will give me tan inverse 1 upon root 4. Now theta's value. Theta, what we assumed initially, we assumed theta as sin inverse 1 upon root 5. So we will replace this sign again by theta again by sin inverse 1 upon 5 because theta we assumed it initially, that's why. So students, that's what we obtained here. Sin inverse we converted successfully in the form of tan inverse. So in the given question here, instead of sin inverse 1 upon root 5, we will write down now tan inverse 1 upon 2. And this cot inverse, you know that cot inverse x is tan inverse 1 upon x. So cot inverse also will change as tan inverse 1 upon x. So finally what we obtained, the both the terms which were different, now it came same, that is tan inverse half and tan inverse 1 upon x. Now we will use this formula. It's very easy formula. Use here. After using it, tan you just shift here. So that will give you 10 pi upon 4, and here take the LCM. And you will take LCM. These LCMs are same of numerator fraction or of denominator fraction. So they will remove each other. And here student, 10 pi upon 4, you know 10 pi upon 4 means 1045. 1045 is 1. So here instead of 10 pi upon 4, I wrote here 1. Then cross multiply and separate the variables in one side and constant in one side, and we will get the value of x, that is x is equal to 3. So students, in this question, very new but very easy method we had understood, and how to convert any trigonometry ratios to any inverse trigonometry ratio to any other trigonometry ratios is very simple. Assume this as theta or any base angle and create the right angle triangle. In a right angle triangle, there are three sides: perpendicular, hypotenuse, and base. So the given trigonometry ratio will give you any two sides. Third side is find out by the Pythagoras theorem. And then whatever you want to convert. So I want to convert in the form of 10. So I wrote here 10. And then like this, you can convert any trigonometry ratio to any other trigonometry ratio, and you can use in the question. So finally, here I converted both in the form of 10. As I explained to you, we had solved the value of x, that is 2, 3. Thank you.